Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome back. It's Sunday. So this morning I'm off to B&Q to find a paint that will complement this. I'll show you the wallpaper that I've chosen. I think Mike shown you it already, but I'll show you it again anyway. Hello. This is Laura Ashley, and I went for this pattern because it kind of complements this. It picks it up, these little leafy patterns. So I felt like it went really well together. So the colour I'm looking for kind of a beige colour to match this. Nothing too dark, but still cosy, still warm. So I'm looking for a beige at B&Q. Mike got a voucher for his birthday, so I'm going to use that voucher. Amazed how expensive paint is. Crazy, absolutely crazy. We're getting on in here. Papering, lining paper, nearly done. Just a couple of little bits to do, and then I think you're not doing that today, are you? The dot and dab.
I don't think I've got the energy.
No.
I'm not 100% at the minute.
No.
But and I'm also trying to decide which is the best way to do it. I've just got my big level out just to see what the difference is. And the wall itself is level, like I say, it's vertically level.
Right.
What's throwing it out is what they'll have done in the 1960s, the house builders would have put a fireplace in there, and you can see the outline of it. And then somebody's taken it out and plastered it, but the plaster's higher than the original wall. And we all know about the sea and the coast. But so, and I don't think any amount of wallpapering, you know, another layer of lining paper done horizontally, and even another layer done vertically is going to take that out. And then you've got to put your good paper on, which is expensive. And in any case, you want it to look nice, don't you? Because, you know, once this sort of preparation work is done, it lasts, it's there, innit? After that, you just decorate.
Yeah, and the fireplace will fit properly.
And the fireplace has got to fit properly. Anyway, I'm deciding which is the best way to do it. I've not actually done dot and dab, as it were. We, way back 30, 40 years ago, we used to use a product called browning, and it was very light, and it was used for preparing walls for the top plaster coat, the skim coat. Even that wouldn't be any good in this situation, because the amount that it's out is about 1/2 inch. Don't know what that is in foreign language, but about 1/2 inch. And it's very difficult to put a back on it, so a first coat of 1/2 inch, quite difficult. And I don't want to mess up these corners. So whatever I do, I've got the corner to think about, and the thickness of the back, and the actual plasterboard, I was looking for it then, the new plasterboard, which would go on top of it. So I'm figuring out the best way to do it. And you said something to me, didn't you, the other week? You said, will you batten the wall or what? And I said, no, because I don't want to pull the wall out too much. You know, I don't want to make it any deeper than it is. So I came up with dot and dab, which is a way of gluing, want a simpler word, plasterboard to a wall. But at the bottom, the dot and dab would be nothing, you know, very thin. And at the top at the most, it would be 1/2 inch. That would make the chimney breast vertically level, right, in front. Okay. But you can't put dot and dab adhesive, which is like a plaster, on so thin, you know, at the bottom, if you see what I mean. So I've that to think about, and also the gate's just opened. So yeah, Cheryl mentioned battening the wall, putting timbers on the wall to put the plasterboard on. And I can get timbers which are quite thin, say 1/2 inch thin, put them on the wall and then fasten the plasterboard to them. I've got an issue with the corner then, which I'd have to overcome, and I don't really want that. So in any case, I'm trying to think which is the best way to do it.
Right.
So that's the second reason why I'm not doing it today. The first reason is I'm exhausted.
Oh.
I know. Let's open the gate for the chap next door.
Yeah. Oh, I'm in the kitchen doing tea. It's a bit warm in here. I'll go through to the front room. I want a word. I'm feeling very pleased with myself. Okay, I finished, Mike and I finished the lining paper in here, so that's done. And I finished the Laura Ashley over in that awkward corner. Mike did the rest. I've just done the awkward bits. So it's just going to be the trimming to do now. So, what did I do today? What did I do today? Went to B&Q. Hang on, I'm giving it away. Went to B&Q to find a paint to go with my Strawberry Thief plum, William Morris. And I remember from one of my videos that I did on the kitchen where I got all upset about the colour that I'd used, this cream that looked like Working Man's Club colour. And one of my subscribers, one of you, he wrote a comment and mentioned a colour called Greige or Greige. And so I was in B&Q and I spotted it. And I put my sample, my wallpaper sample next to it. And it's perfect. So Greige is by this Lick company. And I'll just show you. Love it, I love it. I'm really pleased with it. So rather than play safe and go for the light cream, because Mike wants a dark, cosy room, and I was really unsure how to do that. I was really nervous about it. And I was panicking a little bit. So I was going to go for this really light, beigey stuff. But the Greige, I saw it, and I put this against the sample, and I thought, yeah, that's it. That's the one. And Mike's done that, and it's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. It'll probably look a little bit odd to you against the white, but once it's all in, this is going to be a really snug room. So that paper, of course, will be all the way across that wall, and then the Laura Ashley will all be in this Greige. So, yeah, that one upside down. Very, very pleased. So big, massive thank you. Put your hand up right in the comments if it were you that suggested that, so that I can reply with a big thank you. Because if you hadn't, it was just that I spotted it and I thought, I remember that. I remember a subscriber mentioning that, and that they had it and they loved it. So, and I do as well. I love it. I'm really, really chuffed. It's perfect. Absolutely perfect. So I'm quite excited about choosing my sofa now, and the sofa colour I feel a little bit more confident about as well. changed my mind on the sofa colour. But most of the sofas come in about 20 colour choices anyway, so... Anyway, Mike is having a bath because we have a bath. We have a bath. And somebody needs one. She's just there. That little someone over there. She rolled in something this morning. It was very unpleasant. She decided that it was de Willow and rubbed her face in it and then got on her back and completely rolled in it. She was starting to smell anyway, to be honest. It's been a while since she's had a bath. So she's a little bit minging. So she's actually going to have a bath as well. We've got to. Can't leave her with all of that stinky stuff on her. So she's not going to be very pleased about that. But Mike's in the bath. I'm doing his tea. And then I'll probably have my bath, and then Willow will have her bath. She hates baths. I know it's awful, isn't it? Stinky.
The taps at the front.
Yeah.
But it's a good practice for a Willow, you can act like one a month.
Better, won't it? Come on then. Go on then, Daddy got you. Daddy got you a towel.
Oh, come into a towel deck, right? So just a quick update on the bathroom. As you can see, Rob's getting on. Maybe can't tell, but the ceiling's plastered. This wall on the left is plastered, ready for tiling. That's all plastered, got his sills to do. And those are little returns. Toilet's going in there, the bath's there, so we've got enough room. The only thing that I need to speak to Rob about tomorrow is the position of the vanity unit, because the toilet's going about here. So I'll chat to Rob tomorrow where that's going and put our thoughts together on it. You see, the floor's done. We had an issue here where somebody maybe 60 years ago put a nail in to retain a water pipe, and Rob had to put a full sheet of chipboard in there. Other than that, it's going well. I'll show you outside. So there's the old stench pipe, a big lump of lead. Really old-fashioned stuff. And it's cast iron. It weighs a lot. So I'll show you the scaffolding that they put up just to get that, well, to this point. You'll remember, if you watched last night, to move the shed. So I'll just get through this gap here. There's only enough. I'll come through here. Yeah. So, yeah. If you can see that, there's the scaffolding. And there's the new plastic pipe. Just wants a cap on it, which Rob's doing tomorrow. But Jim, our plumbers, have put the waste pipe for the toilet in. Sorry, this is shaky. And joined everything out here, so that's excellent. Really good job. And Jim and his lads, his team, as usual, done a good job. Everything will need filling, the holes, the gaps, but you know, so far so good. quite a thing up there, you know, working at height with a cast iron stench pipe. You've got to be very careful what you do. So Willow's got a bone. He's disappearing behind the curtain. There she is. Willow, where are you going? You won't bury it there. You can't go through there. Come this way. Come on. Good girl. Over here. Good girl. Here she comes. Where are you going to bury it? She does this. Or where she'll always end up burying them is in a little bit of soil we've got here until we get it gardened. There she goes. She is funny. Good girl. Okay. Right, I'll give you a little bit of an update on the front room. You can see we're in a mess again. Good grief, Willow. Yeah. So obviously no movement on the kitchen yet. That's as we got it out the boxes. We haven't had delivery of the replacement unit for there from DIY Kitchens, not as yet. One of my jobs perhaps for tomorrow is to tidy up in here, the conservatory, to give it a really good tidy through, get some bits out of here. And the reason is because the front room, or the living room, depends what you call it, we're getting there with it, so I'm soon going to have to empty that of stuff that I don't want in there. Right, a quick update. We're in the living room now. Whoops. A quick update. We're in the living room now. 5:30 on a Monday in May. I don't know what date it is. There's still a lot to do in here. I'll click the light on. It shouldn't strobe. There we go, a bit more light. So we've got a bit of emulsion on these walls. Still, as I say, a lot to do. So what is there left to do in here? Well, let's just stand and have a look. I've got a socket to put on properly. Willow's coming here with that bone now. Right, so we've got a little bit of papering to finish on the bay window wall over there. The windowsill wants a bit of a sand undercoating and a top coat put on. With that fireplace to paint, obviously more emulsioning to do. Those shelves have all got to be final rub down, and then Cheryl will start putting the varnish and the stain on. And then all of that wall has got to be wallpapered. That will be Cheryl's job, that one. Chimney breast, as you can see, I've yet to put the plasterboards on. I am planning that for this week if I get time. The panel there is just about ready. Another coat of undercoat and primer, and then I'll give it a good sand. What I did buy, you can maybe see it, is this rail. Got that rail from B&Q. So once that's been rubbed down, last coat of undercoat, that's got to be painted. So what is there in here? I think it will be next week. So I think next week the living room will be finished, ready for carpeting. I mean, the other thing, the TV stand over there, that one's putting back together, and Cheryl will have to varnish and stain it. So plenty for us to get on with this week. Alright, that was just an update of where we are today. Alrighty then. Oh, there's Cheryl, hello. She's so busy. Yes, she's so busy she's going mad. Look, there we are. Bammy. Anyway, so two things. Cheryl ate her foot and her hand. Her hand she ate in Morrison's, trying to move something. We don't know how she ate her foot. And the other thing was I fell the other day. So I fell and I hit my back on one of these small occasional tables. I've got a nasty scratch right near my hip. Anyway, it didn't stop me. I got back up. Oh, I also dropped the bucket of wallpaper paste. Fortunately, there was only a little bit in it. But yeah, I did have a fall. Well, there you are, things happen. Anyway, there's your update. Thank you.
Hello. It's Wednesday. Oh, what a week I'm having. My dressing room, my little paradise, is worse than ever. There's actually no space left in here to put anything. I'm about to start work. I've got 2 calls starting at 10 o'clock. And then a lot of assessing to do, mark some papers. So where are we up to? So the builder bricked up the window outside yesterday. There was some scaffolding put up because the plumbers had to move the soil pipe because of where the toilet's going. He'd already done some plastering, and Mike needs to have a word with him because the pipes are still in place for the original vanity sink, and the new vanity unit can't go there. It has to go along a bit. Otherwise I'll have to learn how to wee standing up, because there won't be any room to sit down. Anyway, that's just a little issue Mike will sort out today. So we're getting on with the living room. That's going well. I made a mistake with wallpaper. We would have had enough wallpaper, but I made a mistake and it had to come down. And so I've had to order another roll of Laura Ashley, whoever she is. That's Mike. So another roll of Laura Ashley. I needed another tin of paint. The paint for the panelling and the fireplace has arrived, and that's only a small one, so I've had to order another one of those. And yeah, it's been stressful. I've still got to talk to you about the kitchen unit, so I will. Let's get that out of the way. Okay, so one of the kitchen units arrived badly damaged. There was a drawer front missing, and the carcass had come away from the side of the carcass had broken. It had come away at the bottom, the side from the bottom, and the door was damaged. So one of the doors, so it looked like it had been dropped, properly dropped. So I did contact them. It was a little bit hit and miss at first. There were 2 people contacting me. So one of them contacted me and just as if I hadn't contacted them, it was almost like an afterthought to say, oh, by the way, there's a drawer front on its way to you. It didn't pass quality checks, so we're sending a drawer front. We encourage you to use oh no, that bit came on later, hang on. So yeah, I responded and said, I'm amazed that the quality checks didn't pick up the rest of the unit that's damaged. If it's just a drawer front, surely they must have checked the rest of the unit. And I explained that it looked like it had been dropped, it was really damaged. And so that was a reply to that one, and I'd already put a complaint in through another after sales department that you're supposed to contact with any issues. The process is fairly straightforward, but the response is it wasn't great. So yeah, the response to my complaint to after sales, that came back as we encourage customers to reuse any parts that are okay, and we'll send replacement parts of the unit that are not okay. So that meant that one drawer front and one door are fine. Apparently another drawer front that was missing was already on its way, but this other person didn't quite know that, so that they weren't talking to each other. Basically, I had to email and say, can you please talk to each other on this? But they were going to send a replacement carcass and a new door, and then it's for us to take the other door that's fine off the broken carcass. He's with me on this. Just the way I explain things, it's excellent. And then the other drawer front that was fine, take that off and put it onto the new carcass. So one of the big selling points that they have, their unique selling point, is that they use it in their marketing, is that the units come built. So if you're using that as marketing, so people come to you to buy the product because of that, then really you should stick by that, and they should have sent a full new unit and taken the old one away. So I wasn't too happy about that, and I did mention that, and they apologised, but won't move on it. So we have to put together it's not our fault that it was broken, but we've got to put together a unit like a jigsaw puzzle using parts from a broken unit onto a new carcass. I got there in the end. I wasn't very happy about it. I mean, on the plus side, the kitchen is good, the units are good quality, so I'm happy with the kitchen. It's just, I was so excited about it. It put a dampener on it. When I first saw the unit broken, I thought, well, okay. It was the response that I've had to resolve the issue that I haven't been too pleased about. There's been a lot of backwards and forwards. There's a lot more to it. But I don't think that they've handled that well. I think if you're marketing a product to say, come to us and buy this because it comes built, then if there's an issue, they should replace it built. So you should get what you've actually, you've bought. Did that make sense? I'm very tired this week. The glass is still half full, but I'm about to throw it at the wall. Have a little bit of a tantrum. On the plus side, good news. Well, I don't know if it's good news for you, but it is for me. So I've lost, so far, what have I lost? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pounds I've lost so far fasting. So I'm doing all right on the dieting. I ain't got time to eat. Do you know, some days I actually do not sit down. When I'm working, that's fine, I get a rest, I sit down. But some days I actually haven't sat. On the DIY days, I've just been stood all day. And I haven't sat down because I've known that if I did, I wouldn't get back up again. Anyway, that's my news. I've got to get ready for my first call now. But I'll chat with you later. Builder's just left, so we're going to have a look and see where he's up to. So this is what will be my cupboard. He's got to plasterboard these out yet, but that's quite a decent space for a cupboard. It's a lot more than I thought I'd get.
I've got to shelve them.
You've got to shelve them.
Yeah, you fought for that cupboard, didn't you?
I did. I sulked for it.
You did.
Okay. So that's how it's going to look. The shower unit will be in there. And there's our lovely bath. Here's my bath. I'm having a bath tonight.
Electrician's coming Friday.
Right.
Because you want 3 lights.
Yeah.
And he's going to put your other 2 lights on.
Yeah.
Just gentle bit. Hopefully the chandelier bit, which I'm digging out now.
Yeah, so toilet will go there. Vanity unit's going to go in the corner. And it's not the most visual place to put it, but got to imagine when if your toilet comes out, well, the toilet will come out to there, and you're stood. When you sit down, you bend your head. So originally they were thinking of putting it here, and as I tried it, it was just too close. I'd feel like I was going to boot my nose on the sink. So I asked for it to go in the corner, tight to the corner, which is just a little bit more practical, gives me a bit more room on the throne. It is Thursday. Doesn't seem like we've been able to do much recording this week. It's not maybe the kind of content that we had last week, but that's because it's been all tradesmen in here. It's been the plumber and the builder, so it has been absolute chaos. Very stressful, very noisy, but it's been mostly them two. Mike, of course, has been full on in the front room, but not done too much recording because he's just wanted to get on with it. I bought myself, because I'm on my weight loss healthy plan, I bought myself some organic wild rice. I love this stuff, but you do have to order it special. It's not normally on the shelves in supermarkets, but it's really filling and high in fibre. But you have to cook it to death. You have to cook it till it splits. So it's been about 50 minutes. I think it's nearly there. Yeah. So you just cook it until you see it's just splitting. So that's about there really. I'll just try a little bit, see if it's soft enough. It's an acquired taste. It's not like normal, well, it's not like normal rice at all. It is an acquired taste. It's got quite a strong taste to it. You do have to rinse it a lot. And I like it with some, little bit of, when you get those rubs for chicken breast, like a savoury garlic rub or something, and I'll cook a chicken breast and then I mix it with the rice. I used to have that a lot when I trained, when I used to be a runner and do all my mad exercises, having chicken and rice, wild rice. I loved it, and it's a nice balanced meal. I've been eating a lot of veg this week. Broccoli, green beans, carrots, sweet corn, or corn on the cob, and just a couple of little new potatoes. So I've done really well with my eating. Apart from on a night when Mike and I, we have a habit that we like a little bowl of sweeties. And at the moment the sweeties have been either Maltesers or those little tiny little whisper bites with some popcorn in a bowl and a few crisps. So I am a little bit naughty before I go to sleep, but at least I'm not having a massive plate of cheesy pasta and garlic bread and all of that for my tea. So I'm getting there, I'm changing my habits slowly. Anyway, that was a little update. I've had a couple of really good charity buys. Let me just show you what I got from charity shop. I'm so chuffed with it. I found these. Sugar, coffee and tea. And wait for it, £2.50 each. Fabulous. And they're perfect. There's nothing wrong with them. They're as new. They're sparkly. Perfect. I love them. They go with, I mean, I've already got, there's a sugar bowl. I have got a little Kellogg's tiny cute retro sugar bowl, which will go nicely with them as display. It goes nicely with my little cake plates as well. But, you know, if you know me, you'll know that I like things like this. So yeah, I'm really pleased with them. Coffee, tea, sugar for my new kitchen. And this will be the coffee making area, little coffee station and a fridge there. Yeah, so what do you think? I also got an outfit. I got some really cute jeans, but they don't quite fit. They're a 14. I'm nearly there. I can get them on, but they're a bit nippy, you know. You gotta. So, but they've got a lovely bit of embroidery on them, and then to go with it, I got so they were £4.50, and then I got a top for £3.50, and that's like a light cheesecloth embroidered top. So I'll show you that in a bit. I just need to finish my rice. Embarrassingly, my room is a bomb, an absolute bomb. Not a lot else I can do about it at the moment. It's that bad. I'm not even going to show you it. But anyway, I'll show you these jeans and stuff. I just got to move everything about from one place to another. So I'm quite pleased with these. They're George jeans. Is that Asda? Yeah, it's Asda. So charity shop, the embroidery. How cute is that? And on the leg as well. But like I said, they are a little, just a teeny weeny bit tight at the moment, but I'm losing the weight. It's coming off. And then to go with it, I've got the bathroom stuff and the loo roll. Oh, yeah. I'll show you my where the cupboard's up to as well in a minute. And then this, isn't this cute? What was that? Oh, £4.95, that one. Yeah, I love this kind of, this like a cheesecloth. I love it for summer. And look how well they go together. It's so sweet. Oh, I did a Shein haul. I never know whether it's Shein or Shine, but everybody seems to say Shein. And I do want to do that. I've nowhere to do it. I can't even do it in here. But I will do it. But I had an idea of, for a change, rather than just, because everybody when they do a haul, they take them out the bag and try them on. And I've always done that. So it's your first opinion. But I thought, actually, what I'll do is I'll try them out properly. So far I've tried a blouse on. I've worn a blouse, no, 2 blouses, and I've put them through the wash to see what they're like after they've been washed. And I've worn them, and I've had some trainers, and I've worn them and walked Willow in them. So when I do that haul video, at least I can then actually talk to you about how well it is gone through the wash, you know, whether it's shrunk or faded, whether the trainers have fallen to bits after a walk, what the sizing's like, what the material's like. So I quite actually prefer that. So I'm going to do it. And that's what I'm going to do, because Shein is such, it's so cheap. You know, you see it and you think, oh, beautiful. How much? I'll have it. And then you need to know, actually, what are you getting? Is it going to fall to bits after you've worn it once? That type of thing. I'm waffling. I'll show you my cupboard. I'm so pleased with my cupboard. It is the little things in life. Right, here's my cupboard. So it still needs skimming. But a lot more space than I thought I was going to get. And Mike's going to shelve it. I didn't ask the builder to shelve it because I want the shelves how I want them. There's a little bit of space up there. So I'll have sort of a shelf where I can roll up and put some towels or fold some towels, and then all my shampoos and stock up on loo rolls and, you know, toilet cleaners and all of that type of stuff that you want to store and never fits into your bathroom, because let's face it, we all do it. We all have too many products in our bathroom. And in here where we're up to, in here that's going to be the tile line. So we discussed this, and the builder said he's starting the tiles there. That's the first tile from the bath. So it'll go along there. So what I had to do is decide then how far I wanted it to go up the wall here, and he was thinking where the last ones were, it was about there. So would I want that one and then another one and another one? And I thought, oh yeah, that might be quite nice. But then when I came to this wall, it would have been another tile up from there, and that's too high for me, because I want to have, I've got some really lovely pictures that my friend gave me from Scarborough, my close friend Christine. Got me some beautiful bathroom pictures, and I want to put a little mirror there as well. Now the vanity unit is going there. I've discussed this. It might not be might not look great, but it does work better for the toilet, having plenty of space to actually, if you see that there is where the unit will go. So if you've got to imagine, once the toilet's in, the toilet is there. That's the end of the toilet. So you would have that to that, which, if you imagine that you stood at your toilet and you sit down and bend down to go to the toilet, you've just got enough room, headroom. Where it was going to go was about there, and it was just that bit tight. It was just that little bit too close, and I want what I want. so that's what I'm getting. The tiling's going to be a brick effect. We discussed that as well, and that is because if you went, because of the measurement of that, if you went for 2 tiles in a row and you just keep doing rows, it would look odd. You'd have a tile in the middle, and then you'd have 2 tiles broken at each side. If you do brick, it's just going to look prettier. I'll just show you the tiles. I've got some boxes here. I don't know if you can see that. I have shown them on a different video. Quite big tiles, but that's one of them. Nice, I like them. And I'm going for white grout. I want it really nice and clean in here. The vanity unit is a dark charcoal grey, so that'll look nice. I've still got to get a blind. Forgotten all about that actually. I'm gonna have to order a blind for there. It's not mad essential in the summer, but in the winter when it's dark outside and the lights in here, even though it's frosted glass, you still want some privacy. That's about it on that one. Now my bag for my friend. It's nearly finished. I'm close, I'm so close. I'll just put this out for you to show you. And have a look at this. I showed you the fabric for it. It's nearly there. I've got to make the handle. You see? And stitch the handle in place. And then that's my Japanese origami bag for my friend for her birthday. My friend Joanna. So I can't wait to get that finished. And I really need to because I'm going hopefully up to Scarborough on Monday. So I was supposed to go this week, but the early train wasn't running on the day that I wanted to go, so that didn't happen. But I'm hoping to go Monday, so that'll be maybe the 19th, I think. Hopefully I'll go and see my friends. Well, I'm going to book the ticket, so I'm going, and that's the end of that. What else? Been a busy work week, and I've still got to do the last coat on the shed, and then there's a bit at the top. I need to take the lights down and do that. Oh gosh, before I forget, we were supposed to do car show. Car show was due on Sunday. This Sunday we were meant to go to a car show and show Grace. So Grace needed a couple of bits doing, so we ordered some bits. But one of her, on the headlights, there's a fixing that had come off, and it's got the little lid on it. And then Mike's had a look at it today, and it's actually the inner seal bit that holds it is cracked. So we've got to order a full replacement for it. So I'm really disappointed. Can't make it to the car show on Sunday. But there is another one, Father's Day, and that's Castle Howard. So we'll have everything done for then, polish her up, and hopefully nice weather, nice day. This is the thing with us having Willow. We have to really keep an eye on the weather up until the day, because when you show in your car and you're entering these car shows, they ask you to stay all day. They say, you need to stay, you need to turn up at this time and you can leave at this time. If it's really hot, then you just know you're not going to be able to do it with your dog. You can't have your dog outdoors all day on a hot day. And the same if it's a miserable day. All of us don't want to be spending the whole day outside on a miserable day. So the conditions have got to be just right. And actually this Sunday there would have been, I think it's going to be about 18 degrees and slightly cloudy. So it was perfect weather conditions for all of us to be out all day. But not to worry, never mind. Hopefully Father's Day one, that'll go well. Might see some of you there as well if you're up our way. Visit Castle Howard on Father's Day. It's beautiful, beautiful. And you stop by and you can say hello, and I'll put you on YouTube as well. I just got my tea out the fridge. I'm really disappointed. Oh. Okay, I saw this at Morrison's and I thought, that looks nice. I ain't seen that before. I know it's naughty. Spaghetti carbonara. But I am fasting, so really I'm allowed to eat what I want in my window. But you've got to make it. I just thought it'd just come like, warm it up. But it's like this. I'm sure it's nothing, but who has time for that? I don't have time for that. Oh, heck. Hang on. So, I'm just going to get some of my homemade curry out of the freezer. I was really looking forward to that. I don't have the time. I don't have the patience today. I've got a little bit of garlic bread in the air fry which I can smell. That smells nice. I'll just have it with a little bit of curry. Oh. I probably sounded a little bit ratty there. I'm a little bit ratty. I've just spent an hour cooking wild rice. It's okay. I'm fine. Everything's fine. Oh, you see this? You see this? This is nothing. This is nothing. I mean, okay, I'll show you. Every time they're banging and clashing in the bathroom, which is up there, stuff falls out of those holes where those pipes are. Stuff. Rubbly stuff. And at the end of every day, this is blathered. And it's all blathered down there. And sometimes it's in my pans because I've nowhere to put my pans, so they're on my temporary hob. Like my feature wall. That's my feature wall in my utility. Yeah. Grease fat. Lovely. Anyway. Losing the will. I'm just doing my cup of tea. He's just had his, well, I've just delivered his pudding, which is an egg custard tart with some banana and cream and a little tiny bit of chocolate on the top. So he'll be happy with a cup of tea to wash down all of his nighttime medications. Right, I'm gonna cook my curry, and then Willow is going to need her last walk, and then I think I'm just going to go to bed. Oh, I can't even be bothered to have a bath. I'm just going to go to bed, put my pyjamas on, get under the covers and start laughing hysterically after this week. Happy Friday. It is Friday. Definitely Friday. Right, I've been looking back on some of the videos. What I do is I sort of watch the clips and make sure that they've worked, because sometimes the battery runs out, or for any other reason it just switches itself off. Some of the things I come out with, when I watch back and I think, well, you just said that. Anyway. On this healthy eating, I've just had tuna and wild rice for my lunch. Don't taste anything like what I remember it. Don't taste of anything. I bought some years ago, but it was a lot longer, so that might have been it. And it was real strong tasting and it was nice. That one, nothing. Didn't rate it at all. Anyway, that's not very interesting, is it? I was on about being healthy eating, and I've been eating vegetables all week and they've been really good. And then I go and get that creamy pasta out and stick a garlic bread in and end up with curry. But yeah, I know. You don't know what to do with me either, do you? No. Think I'm silly? Yeah. You just want to go. You've got a full belly, you should be having a nap in the sun, shouldn't you? If she wants to play, she's brought her teddy somewhere. Put her moo cow. Where's moo? Oh, it's there. There's moo cow. Well, the sun's out, so I might as well take her for a walk. See if I can tire her out. She hasn't had a sleep yet. Her routine is completely out. Well, we all are, but hers, of course, it's important to her. All these people just in and out of the house, it's not doing her any good. It's got to be done, but she's not too happy about it. So I'll take her for a walk, see if I can tire her a little bit. Hey, Will. Maybe she'll have a nap then. Tea time. Alright, I've just been shopping, got some nice things. I'm going to show you Grace and the state she's in, and then I'll take you upstairs and you can have a look at the tiling that the builder's been doing. We'll just have a quick nosy at Grace. The kit that we need to replace her headlight with hasn't arrived yet, but there it is. Poor love. So she's not going anywhere this weekend, unfortunately. Needs a clean. Right. Let's have a look. Ooh. So he started tiling. Here we go. I'm having white grout. I want it to be really clean in here. And the side panel is going to be a white MDF board, bath board, and the end of it as well. So that's where he's up to. He'll be back on Monday. He has said that we can use the bath tonight. Just got to let it, you know, everything's set in at the minute, so it'll be fine for tonight for a bath. What do you think? I really like them. I'm happy with them. Now I do need to finish this video off. I don't think there's been much in it, if I'm honest, because it's all been tradesman work, as I said before. But I hope you've enjoyed it anyway. And thank you again, all your comments, and for... So the camera just started flashing at me then. I don't know what's up with it lately. It keeps switching itself off and doing all sorts of weird stuff. Anyway, thank you for your comments. And we'll see you on the next one. Bye.